FC face Juventus de Cayes in Group B. Welcome to the broadcast, everyone. My name is Ryan Davis. We are in Sabina Park, the stage for the defending champions to try and get back over that moon and get back into the winning ways. 85 degrees, a toasty start for both these teams despite the nighttime conditions in Sabina Park. Well, Cavalier FC opened up the competition against Cavalier FC. They lost 2-0. Remember, that match was the final match in the 2024 competition in which Cavalier FC won on goal difference. Cavalier FC leading Group B, 2 wins out of 2, defeating the defending champions Cavalier FC and then defeating Weymouth Wales this week as they get 6 points. Juventus and Cavalier both looking for their first points of the competition. The home team Cavalier FC are trying their best to find goals. In their last 2 matches, competitive matches so far this season, they have yet to find the back of the net. Head coach Randolph Reed said not to panic. This week, they absolutely put all of their focus in trying to finish. They will put more players in attacking options tonight in trying to get the better of this young Juventus de Cayes team from Haiti. As for Juventus de Cayes, they traveled to Defense Force in Trinidad and Tobago. They lost by 1-0. And the Haitian domestic champions, they have yet to score a goal in this competition as well. They'll be looking to do so tonight against Cavalier FC. Well, for Cavalier FC, this is the second time they've ever encountered a Haitian club in the Caribbean Cup. The first time they played against Real Hope in the semi-finals in the September 17, 2024. They won that match by 2-1. Dwayne Atkinson was scoring that day for the Jamaican side. In total, Cavalier FC has faced Haitian opposition twice in international tournaments. A 3-2 loss to Violet AFC in the 2024 Caribbean Cup. And as we mentioned, the match against Real Hope. For these two teams, it'll be the very first time they'll be playing against each other, whether it's in the Concacaf Caribbean Cup or any domestic competition for that matter. So 2 proud teams from the Caribbean nations of Jamaica and Haiti, both present domestic champions in their respective leagues, will try to lock horns tonight and get their first points in the Concacaf 2025 Caribbean Cup. Well, the officials are getting ready to set the teams on the stage. They will lead us out. We will have the anthem for the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. Then we'll have our starting lineups. And then we'll have our captains, the toss, and then a kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to this Concacaf Caribbean Cup match the teams of Cavalier FC and Juventus de Cayes.
Well, there you have it, the anthem for the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. As we get to be set underway in Sabina Park. The current champions, Cavalier FC, looking for their first points in this competition. And the Haitian underdogs, Juventus de Cayes, come into town to try and get their first points as well. So the final pictures before we get set for our starting lineups. Cavalier FC will be in all white yet again. And they will come back into the fray, making 4 changes in a 3-4-2-1 setup. Defender Shamar Watson, number 4, comes in. Number 9, up top, Shaquille Stein will get his first stop leading the line. 2 midfielders, number 12, Denzel McKenzie, and number 24, Michael Forbes, makes their way into the starting lineup, trying to get a better result than they did in the Dominican Republic a week ago against Shibao FC. The 2 captains, well, the number 6, Giovanni Liang, and Cloud in the middle. Here's our officials, Harvey of St. Kitts, Roos, Sotu, Paris, and Bass, all from St. Kitts and Nevis, will be marshalling the troops in Sabina Park tonight. Well, as for the visitors, wholesale changes themselves. They come in a 4-2-3-1, or a 4-2-1-3 rather. Victor gets his chance in goal tonight in the back of the net. Fede regains his spot at centre defence. So too Charles, he's back in. Seraphine and Gabriel in an unchanged back 4. Cloud, Said and Bonbon make up the 3 in the midfield. And up top, we have Philippe Guillot. And last but not least, the man Sylvian, to complete the forward 3 in a 4-2-1-3 setup for Juventus de Cayes. Well, can Cavalier FC draw on their fellow Jamaican team, Mount Pleasant, who had a convincing 2-0 win against Mocha FC last night? 2 goals from Jamaican international Danny Green. Can they draw on that sort of inspiration to get goals tonight? They desperately need one. As Coach Reed said, goal scoring is a problem until it's not. They had no problem scoring in pre-season, and they expect to get goals tonight against the Haitian outfit. Well, Cavalier in all white from right to left. Juventus de Cayes in blue from left to right on your screen. It is the first time encounter for these 2 teams in their history. And referee Hakeem Harvey checking with his 4th official, lining up the watches here in Sabina Park. Whistle is underway. Ryan Davis with you. 2025 Concacaf Caribbean Cup. We are in Group B, the 2nd match for Cavalier FC, the 2nd match for Juventus de Cayes. Both teams coming off a loss in their opening week last week, trying to recover. Out of play will be a throw-in for Gabriel and Juventus. First touch for Charles. Under pressure, as you can see, the body language from Cavalier FC already pushing forward. And an interception in midfield from Reed. Getting it back, little 1-2 on the far side. Gets to the byline, the cross comes in. And coming out was the goalkeeper. It was White. And his shot comes in, just a dribbler. And already, Juventus de Cayes is trying to get on the front foot in the opening minute. Bit of a goalkeeping competition between Jardine White, who regains his position in the goal for Cavalier FC. but he has very strict competition going up against Garfield Tomlinson. Here is the skipper, Claude. Gabriel, under pressure. Player goes down, referee says play on. This one is slipped through, and a chance for Cavalier FC. And a terrible miss kick coming from Mackenzie. To be fair, a desperate tackle coming in from Fede. And Victor has to be impressed with his back line. Despite the play breaking down, a heroic attempt from the centre-back. Here's the coach, Rudolph Speed, who was very vocal this week talking about his team and the expectations tonight. Well, it was a golden opportunity, but the Haitian outfit recovered well. And we have the first corner kick for the evening to the home team. Ainsworth, who gets his start tonight, did not start in the Dominican Republic last week. Gets the nod this evening. The left footer looking to drive it as close to Victor, the Haitian goalkeeper, as possible. Ainsworth's corner, whipped in, and the header out by Juventus de Cayes. Clearance, and the clearance actually worked out to perfection. And Cavalier FC get it back. Not for long. Again, another shriek coming on the near side. Player goes down. That's number 4, Watson. Shamar Watson, who gets his opportunity tonight, making his debut in the Caribbean Cup. And there's the captain himself, number 6, Lang. Chip over the top. Booming kick by Victor, looking for his front man, Gillo. Ainsworth can't keep possession. Serafin. Mackenzie lofting it forward. Bringing it down is Claude. Philippe can't keep possession. It's going to be a throw-in for Cavalier FC. Hilas Jean, who only had 13 players to choose from last week against Defence Force in Trinidad and Tobago, has a full 19-man squad tonight. So you can expect some rotation for the Haitians this evening. Clearance falls kindly for Claude. And his skillful captain lays it off. Bonbon gets his start tonight. Didn't start last week against Defence Force. He's back on the ball now. Fede. Chipping over the top, looking for Sylvian. Gets the better of the defender. Cross comes in, and the header. An important block coming from the captain, Lang. Applause from the sidelines, and the Haitians are in the mood. Early cross. Again, it gets the better of Deira. Trying to go direct to Stein. Getting it back is Steed, in number 10. Bonbon. Here's his skipper, Claude. Switching sides to Charles. Seide. Excellent switch of play, but it was well read by Data. Here's that opportunity again for Juventus. Early crossing, and look at this save. It was an inadvertent header by Forbes, but an all-important one nonetheless. With the lack of crowd tonight, you can hear just about every word coming from the field in Sabina Park. Long ball forward from Watson, and Victor way out of his goal. Lofted ball by Serafin, giving chase. Early cross coming in from Gabriel, and it's going to be a throw-in for Juventus. Quickly taken. Back in the centre circle. The skipper Claude switching sides. Charles overlapping. Steed retreating. And at this point, Cavalier FC have been pinned back in their own half. Over the top it goes. And still a throw-in for Juventus. That is Ainsworth coming back to pick up his defensive response. Headed up by Forbes. Little flick on, looking for Stein. Back into the path of Mackenzie. The miss kick. Bon. So Cavalier Football Club, a proud Jamaican football club based in the community in the Mountain View in Kingston, playing tonight in Sabina Park. They were founded all the way back in 2000. Actually, they were founded in 1962 by the late Leighton Duncan. They were known before as the Duncan Destroyers. We saw switching their names to Cavalier FC. Four-time champions, 1981, 2021, 2023, and 2024 champions of Jamaica. Forbes finding Ainsworth. First touch of the ball for Rickers. Can't keep control. It's going to be a goal kick for Juventus. Well, Yal Jamila Rickers, a 25-year-old Surinamese, he's a proven goal scorer. Intercepted in midfield. Here's Reed. And Rickers in room. His first touch let him down. And here comes a massive shrug coming from Siripan. Ainsworth's cross, and Stein! Victor's stave in the end. And Shaquille Stein, who gets the nod tonight. Forbes. Ainsworth. Here's Stein again. Had the best opportunity between both sides just moments ago. Retreating. There's Forbes. Stein again. And Cavalier FC finally finding some rhythm. They've been pinned back for the first 8 minutes out of the 10 by the Haitians, and now enjoying some possession. White finding Zucchino Deda, the Surinamese right centre-back tonight. Jadine White, we mentioned his goalkeeping competition with Vino Barslet, who's not in his squad this evening, the St. Lucian goalkeeper. It'll be White's second consecutive start in the Concacaf Champions Cup for the champions. Here's that cross, and here's Stein. Here comes the whistle, and the referee is coming across. So Victor is a little unhappy, and his St. Kitts and Nevis referee, Hakeem Harvey, looks to have pointed to the spot. McCleary overlapping. He got there before Victor, and Cavalier FC have earned themselves a penalty. The responsibility will go to Adrian Reed. Emmanuel Victor getting some instructions from the referee. He gives up the penalty. Adrian Reed, who did not start last week in Dominican Republic, gets his start tonight. And the goal-scoring woes of Cavalier FC can come to an end if the young midfielder can't convert from 12 yards out. Victor trying to make himself as large as possible. Can he make up for his error? Adrian Reed. Saved by Victor. The cross. And the goal-scoring woes just got a little bit deeper for the defending champions. Goalkeeper is usually full of emotion. He read Reed like a book. Down to his right, confident save. And it has to be said, the penalty was not the best of penalties. Not much pace. Didn't fool the goalkeeper. And the drought of goal scoring continues. It was 180 minutes coming into tonight's match for Cavalier FC. Make that 193 minutes now without a goal in competitive competition so far this year. Down to the corner flag. Out by Dera. Reed gets it back. Mackenzie lays it back. Watson. Forbes. This 3-4-2-1 formation for Cavalier FC against this 4-2-1-3 formation for Juventus de Cayes. Stein trying to get the better of the centre-back, Serafin. Gabriel. Here's Fede. Coming short. Oh, excellent fake by Fede. His centre-back partner in Serafin. Long ball over the top. Reed finding Mackenzie. Adrian Reed, the box-to-box midfielder, number 8, squandering from 12 yards out. Now the Haitians have a little bit of a window, a shot from 40 yards out. And Cavalier FC get back possession through Forbes, and he wins a free kick. 15 minutes gone in Sabina Park. Cavalier FC 0, Juventus de Cayes of Haiti 0. Stein bumped off the ball by Serafin. Seide. Gillo. Can't get past the sturdy Watson. And it's a fortunate bounce for Mackenzie. Reed. Over the top by Watson. Is he onside? No, he's not. That is Ainsworth. It will be a free kick for the visitors. Well, head coach Rudolph Speed said not to panic in the press conference. We looked at where we went wrong in the first match. We've seen some stuff that we could have done better, and we will improve tonight. He said it was very hard to get a read on this Juventus team because they only had 13 players suited up against Defence Force a week ago. But I expect them to get about 10 new players for this encounter, which they have done. Juventus have 19 players tonight. He said, we always defend the title that we have, and we'll continue to push forward and be aggressive. Watson, a thumping shot by Watson, and it's in the back of the net. Shamar Watson, an absolute bullet in Sabina Park. That's what it takes to break a 200-minute deadlock of no goals. A thumping drive from the defensive midfielder gives Cavalier FC the much-needed goal that they needed. An early cross, it falls kindly for the number 4. He took his time, put his laces through it, and it beat Victor from about 35 yards out. And the sound is still thumping and crying through Sabina Park. Cavalier FC 1, Juventus de Cayes 0. What a way to make your entry, and what a way to get off the mark.
Player number 4, Shamar Watson, in the 17th minute.
It came off of his laces like a shotgun. Victor, who saved a penalty from 12 yards out, had no hope from 34 yards out. Wow. Cavalier FC 1, Juventus 0. Is this the spark that the Jamaicans need? Rudolph Speed, the head coach for the Jamaican team, so vocal, and now that has taken just a little bit of pressure off of his shoulders thanks to the number 4, Shamar Watson. The captain, Leng, the anchor. Mackenzie, through ball for Speed. Stein's cross. Mackenzie thinking about it. And a thumping clearance from Juventus. Dera. Reed is tackled to the ground, no foul. Gillo. Out wide. Sede. Having to recycle. Excellent retreat from the home team after scoring that first goal. Immediately they find their defensive posture and get Juventus back at bay. 20 minutes gone. An absolute rocket by Shamar Watson in the 18th minute has now separated these two teams. Slipped through, and the captain was right in the hip pocket of Gillo, and that's Leng's long clearance. Stein looking for some support. Serafin gets a piece of it. Forbes looks inside. Gillo trying to be the hold-up man, but the captain Lang is not giving him an ounce of room. Forbes again. Ainsworth finding Stein. Chipping to the back post, Mackenzie! Well, the youngster hadn't had the best of starts, but that was the best opportunity. And Victor had to come up trumps. A clever ball over the top by Reiters. And Victor, a point-blank save just to the right edge of his 6-yard box from Mackenzie. Second corner of the evening for Cavalier FC. To the near post. Flicked on, top of the penalty spot. We drive and stopped in the 6-yard box. That was Serafine, the centre-back. Beautiful skate by Side. Sylvian. Side. There's the Haitian international again. Back to Victor. Under pressure from Stein. Lang's long touch, but he recovers. Reed. Now Cavalier FC playing with some mojo. They have some wind at their backs. Or shall we say, wind in their sails. We are in Kingston, Jamaica. An absolute hot spot for pirates back in the day, where rum, piracy, and a good time. And they're having a good time. Referee Harvey, who's already called a penalty tonight in favour of Cavalier FC, having a quick word with Ainsworth. Early ball from Gabriel. The tall Guillot, still manhandled by Lang. Going direct to Stein. Did Serafine get a touch? Did not. Well, coming into tonight, Chibao FC leading Group B, 2 wins out of 2. Remember, Chibao FC losing to Cavalier FC in the final of the 2024 Caribbean Cup. The Jamaican team in the very second ever Caribbean Cup, winning their first. It was a thrilling encounter, a 2-legged affair, a 1-0 win by Cavalier FC in Jamaica, then a 2-1 win by Chibao FC in the Dominican Republic, and the Jamaicans winning on an away goal rule to take home the spoils. But tonight, so far, the Jamaicans, after 25 minutes, have their first goal and maybe get their first points tonight in this 2025 Caribbean Cup. Mount Pleasant leading the way in Group A. OYNM, the other Dominican Republic team, sit in second Group A. A clever switch, but Sylvian can't get on the end of it. Forbes deep in his own half, and Juventus are not going to give them an inch. Cleverly brought back by Bonbon. And Cavalier FC will just take the air out of the ball for a little minute after Juventus have encroached on them in their own half. Forbes up the line. Ainsworth's not on. Still Ainsworth. And it's Reiters finding Stein. He's onside. Hits the post. Cross comes in again. This time Juventus get a hold of it. Sylvain. Hounded by Watson. Clever pass. Finding Claude. Gabriel's cross. Safely into the arms of White. Well, what an opportunity to go up 2-0 for Cavalier FC. It was such a quick move, starting with Ainsworth. And a clever flick from Reiters into the path of Stein. And he just couldn't find the last post. Well, these two teams will take the field again in this tournament in a month, well, actually in 3 weeks' time. Ball over the top, headed out by Data. The overlapping Charles. Cavalier FC will host Defence Force right here in Sabina Park. Here's that chance again. Beautiful layoff from Reiters, and that's how close Stein came to delivering a second. Got the better of Victor, just inches away, and the woodwork to the rescue. Cavalier hosts Defence Force on September 17th, 8 p.m. in Sabina Park. Gabriel going back, all the way back, and Victor's call into play. Serafin under pressure, and here comes Cavalier FC. That press, can it pay off? Superb first touch by Gabriel. Kilo lays it off, but into the path of Reed. A window of a counter-attack. And trying to lob Victor. Well, he couldn't score from 12 yards out. He's trying the audacious attempt of beating Victor from 40 yards out. Top scorers, still early days in Group B, but the top scorers so far, Mount Pleasant's Danny Green had a double last night in Mocha FC. He's there with Correa from Sabao FC. Those two players in Group B leading the way. Group A, a lot more prolific. Andrew from Robin Hood has 6 goals to go along with Corbin from Central FC, who also has 6 goals in Group A. A loud tackle means Juventus de Cayes has a throw-in on the near side. Taken short. Reiters. Excellent reverse pass. Stein. On the right foot. Stein! Again, just inches away, pleading for the corner. Referee Harvey at the mercy of his linesman. Again, Reiters lays one off for Stein through the legs of Fede. Looks like Victor may have had it covered. He did. If you're joining us, wherever you are around the planet, 30 minutes gone, Cavalier FC, the reigning champions of the Concacaf Caribbean Cup rather. They lost their first match to Chabao FC, the runners-up last year. Now they're back home and they're up 1-0 against Juventus de Cayes, the champions of Haiti. Both teams coming into tonight's match with 0 points in Group B. Ainsworth. writers. Long clearance. With Sabina Park, one of the homes of the Jamaican national team, has seen just about anything football and cricket-wise. The West Indies cricket team plays here as well. You can see the cricket pitch in the middle of the park. And the whistle goes in the home team's direction. This ground is recognized world over. And what a privilege for these players to get onto this pitch.
Drop it behind the crowd. Drop it behind the crowd. Don't aim for the crowd. Drop it behind the crowd. Zidane! Zidane! When the door offside, nobody offside.
Cries from the sideline, no offside.
Look offside.
Victor trying to set his wall. The left-footed Hainsworth, who's been given the responsibilities for corners on the far side, now has a free kick on the near side. Whipped in, and more sting, but no result. So far, after 2 or 3 matches, Robin Hood FC have led the competition in passes, 822 to go along with Central FC, 799. Chibao third with 783. It's not the perfect statistic, but it gives you an inkling of teams that are full of technical ability and willing to hold on to the ball and boss the play in the middle of the park. Quick switch to Mackenzie. 1v1 with Serafine. Still Mackenzie. Ainsworth is trying to come and give support. Goes to the corner flag. And Mackenzie, the back heel. And it's going to be a corner kick for Cavalier FC. Superbly done by the young attacking player. Sede, who also has skill of his own, was pleading for a throw-in. And now Mackenzie is going to take the corner kick on this side. Third one for Cavalier FC in the half. This one whipped into the penalty spot. Free kick for Juventus. Coming all the way back is Felipe. Here's Fede. Gallo. Gabriel. 10 minutes to go in regular time in Sabina Park, Jamaica. Cavalier FC 1, Juventus 0. A heart-stopping shot from 35 yards out from Shamar Watson has broken the deadlock between these two teams and given Cavalier FC a valuable first goal in 3 matches in competitive competition this season. Gabriel. It lies down, hits the hand, and it will be a free kick for Cavalier FC. That was Philippe coming in from that far side. Now we have an injury. It's Claude. The combative midfielder fell awkwardly on his left elbow. Here's that collision. So the Dr. Kadeh Adris is on the pitch, and we have support in the crowd tonight in Sabina Park. They have come out to see the local team try to find their first points. Understand this is the defending champions. A lot of pride at stake in this sport on this island. Football is right up there with track and field. And Bob Marley. Steve McLaren, the head coach for Jamaica, taking some notes for the local talent. Steve McLaren, the English coach. Now residing in Jamaica, helping out the Reggae Boys in their World Cup campaign. Quick talking point about World Cup. When there is a World Cup year, just about everything rises to the occasion. Goal scoring, production, and we're talking about leagues and competitions around the world. Goals, assists, everything rises. Defending, sponsorships, money. Nothing like a World Cup year to bring the talent levels on the field and off the field to get to its maximum levels. Understand that players want to qualify and want to be a part of their countries to get a chance to play in the World Cup. Sponsorships want to prove their worth to be able to be part of the tournament. So it is an absolute frenzy on and off the field, 12 months out in a World Cup year, and we love every minute of it as fans. Mackenzie gets past the first tackle, but Juventus get back in a defensive posture. Here's Reed. Gets past Fede, top of the penalty spot, and Reiters. And it was a desperate challenge. Long ball looking for Gillo. Lovely turn by Watson, has a second crack. Wasn't as good as the first, but he shows everyone again what a threat he is from outside. Ainsworth finding Stein, 1v1 with Serafin, and the centre-back wins the battle. Stein is still in a heap, just in front of the 18-yard box. Reed, Cavalier FC playing on. Ainsworth to the last post, and the long arms of Victor. And now he is frustrated as referee Harvey is going to seek medical attention for Stein. Victor, understandably frustrated as referee Harvey played on the advantage for Cavalier FC. And as soon as Juventus got back possession, he was quick to blow the whistle. There's the famous water sponsorship on the back of Cavalier FC's shirt. I've had a few bottles of water when visiting Jamaica. Most refreshing bottle of water you'll ever have. Five minutes to go in regular time in this first half. The Haitians, Juventus de Cayes, trying to find their way back from a Watson strike in the 18th minute to give Cavalier FC a valuable 1-0 lead at home. Charles, direct to Gillo, with the centre-backs pairing of Forbes, Lang and Deira have kept the big centre forward rather, at bay. Looking inside, stolen by Claude, who's back on his feet. Sede. Philippe, who's come onto this right-hand side against Forbes, trying to get to the byline. Gabriel. Jadine White. Stein. Mackenzie, referee says play on. Tries to slip it through. Reuters. He goes down. Ainsworth overlapping. Can't get the better of Seraphine. Side. Clever ball. Philippe. He has Gallo to his left, trying to find him, and the captain, Ling, has been 10 out of 10 in this first half. There's the Haitian faithful. Only had 13 players last week, now 19 this week. Gabriel. Step up the cries from the sideline. Sade has to go all the way back to Victor. That is a win for Cavalier FC. Excellent bit of skill. Sylvian. A missed kick, but it goes to Sade. And a thumping volley. Falls for Sylvain again, and he's offside. It was Bonbon who was trying to give Juventus a bit of a Watson to try and even the scores. There is Sylvain. Ronald Sylvain, the left winger. Here's the Surinamese data, going back to White, the Jamaican. Forbes. Watson. Clever third man ball. Reuters cross. Loud challenge after the ball was gone. And we may have some problems for Seraphine. He's now been given the first yellow card of the evening. His follow through on Reuters will not be accepted. It was heard around Sabina Park. He can't have any complaints. And the crafty number 10 is going to need some medical attention. Just putting the ball into the mixers, and there's the challenge. The studs right into the ankle of Reuters. And the Surinamese went down in a heap. That is going to leave a mark on Friday morning.
Minute 45.
2 minutes of injury time to be added in this first half. Cavalier FC have a free kick, and this man, Rudolph Speed, has to be a little relieved from the performance and the goal from Watson. Victor is pleading with his defenders. So the angle favors the right footer. Mackenzie will line this one up. Denzel Mackenzie did not play last match in Dominican Republic. Goes for the first post. And Victor had to be alive to it. And he's saying, how can it go out and come back in? And he has to scamper back to his goal. Excellent free kick from Denzel McKenzie. Had to get Victor in full stretch to deny the second goal. He's going to provide an in-swinger now. Thump to the last post. Forbes nods it back in. Bicycle kick. And an injury, looks to be a head injury. Referee calling to the sidelines immediately. It is Bonbon who's asking for the elbow to the back of the head as he tried the dramatic clearance. That was Forbes, and it was inadvertent, a forearm. Here's that free kick again from McKenzie. Good save by Forbes. But the execution was perfect from the young number 12. So that is the end of the first half. Referee Harvey has pointed to the sidelines, and Cavalier FC have gotten out of their goal drought. A dramatic strike by Shamar Watson in the 18th minute has given the home team some breathing room against Juventus de Cayes. They lead by a goal to nil as they head to the dressing room. Juventus de Cayes will have more questions to ask as they try to get back into this match. Stein has been involved in just about every attacking opportunity, and head coach Jean is asking his assistant coach for some answers. But Juventus de Cayes head into the locker room, a goal down. Cavalier FC riding high from a goal from Shamar Watson. When we come back, we'll have first half highlights and statistics from Sabina Park.
Backstroke FC and learn more. Hashtag everyone on the field. Bolton is the official match ball of the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. Elevator game with the Vantaggio 5000, engineered for ultimate precision and control. Get ready to play fierce. Saudi Arabia, the sponsor of the 2025 Concacaf Caribbean Cup, celebrating the energy and diversity of football across North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. This partnership reflects Saudi's belief in football as a global force for connection, cultural exchange, and shared progress. Welcome to Arabia, where football brings the world closer and every journey leads to the heart of Arabia. The IF is proud to partner with the 2025 Concacaf Caribbean Cup, driving opportunity, inclusivity, and innovation in football across North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. Together, we are building a better future for the game through youth development, sustainability, and technology. This is football invested in better. Red Air is proud to be the official airline of the 2025 Concacaf Caribbean Cup. The partnership brings together two ambitious, like-minded organizations who share a commitment to excellence, whether in the sky or on the pitch. It's half time in this, the Concacaf Caribbean Cup match here tonight between Cavalier Soccer Club and Juventus de Cayes.
An important encounter in Sabina Park for defending champions Cavalier FC after losing their first match 1-0 to Chibao FC in the opening match last week. And Juventus the Cayes after losing to Defence Force as well, trying to get on the score sheet. This one is saved by Forbes off of his head as the Haitian team almost gets on the score sheet. Then it was Writers, the ceremonies, bumped off by Seraphine, finds Ainsworth, whose cross finding Stein, and is saved by Victor, the first for the evening for the Haitian goalkeeper. Then Cavalier FC knocking on the door again, overlapping. McLaren was brought down and a penalty was called for Cavalier FC. Reed stepped up and Victor with the save to keep the score at 0-0. And the scoring woes continued for the home team. Then Cavalier again on the attack. Ainsworth, the left footer, looking inside. This one to the back post. It nods out, falls to Watson, who unleashes a scud from 35 yards out. Brings the crowd to their feet, and more importantly, gives Cavalier FC a 1-0 lead. Absolute pile driver, no chance for Victor. And the sound could be heard around Sabina Park as Cavalier FC break the duck. Watson gets on the score sheet emphatically. Cavalier FC up a goal to 0. Cross to the back post. Mackenzie, saved by Victor. Then it was Ainsworth again, slipping it through. Writers in number 10, finding Stein, and the woodwork coming to the rescue. That's how close they came to number 2. Writers, the ceremonies again, to Stein. This time, the save by Victor at the near post. A free kick by Mackenzie. Victor called into action again, as the home team pouring it on. So Cavalier FC take a 1-0 lead into half. Look at these shots, 12-5, absolutely dominant. They may not have had as much possession as the Haitians, but they have been direct and gotten shots on goal, 5 of them on target. Victor with 5 saves out of those 5, actually 4 to the 5, as they take a 1-0 lead at the half. When we come back to Sabina Park, we'll have second half action. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, just before the start of the second half, as we await the arrival of the officials, Scotiabank is giving away some stuff, and the first person to reach to the end of the stand, the northern stand, where
We are back in beautiful Sabina Park, in the heartland of Jamaica, in Kingston, and the pride of Jamaica, Cavalier FC, the reigning champions of the Concacaf Caribbean Cup, have found their way to the back of the net. Siobhan Watson with a thumping drive to give them a 1-0 win, a 1-0 lead rather, after 45 minutes. And Juventus de Cayes trying their best to win their way back in this match. Had only 13 players in Trinidad and Tobago a week ago, have 19 tonight. The only substitute last week was Unelse Durante, and he's on the bench tonight, not sure if he's going to make his way into the pitch. But despite the 1-0 scoreline, Juventus de Cayes had opportunities of their own. Couldn't find the final product, but their build-up was spectacular.
And give her the answer. Surely you'll get the prize.
Well, Coach Speed, after all of his talking midweek, finally got a goal tonight to get past the drought. And the All St. Kitts and Nevis officiating crew have done a splendid job in the first half. Referee Harvey calling for a penalty as McCleary was brought down by the Haitian goalkeeper Victor. Reed did not convert, but Watson did, and that separates the two teams. There's Lang, the centre-back, 24 years old.
The Kingston Cricket Club stand upstairs, the balcony, and you can give the Scotia representative dressed in white with a Scotia logo the answer.
Last night we had Mount Pleasant of Jamaica beating Mocha FC in Dominican Republic by 2-0. Then the night before that we had Chibao FC. They defeated Weymouth Wales by 2-1. Tonight, Cavalier FC only halfway there. Can Juventus de Cayes get back in this match? Referee Harvey gets us underway for the second half. Juventus de Cayes in possession. That was Gabriel dispossessed, getting it back. Looking inside, it's Fede, and on this left side it's Charles. Sylvain, Charles overlapping, early ball in, and Forbes had to get his foot in. It was Philippe coming in at the back post, just trying to sneak in. And there's the lineups to the start of the second half. Side. Charles. Heavy touch by Sylvain. Brought down by Watson, and an elbow into the jaw of Cloud. And a yellow card, the second one for the match. The first one was given to Victor, the Haitians. No, actually it was the centre-back, Sylvain. This time it's going to be a Jamaican, and it's going to be the goal scorer himself, Shamar Watson.
Ladies and gentlemen, yellow card issued to the goal scorer, Shamar Watson, in the 47th minute.
Fede. Side. Beautiful switch of play. And the corner flag pass to perfection, Philippe. Cavalier FC will be right back here in Sabina Park against an old foe, Defence Force of Trinidad and Tobago, September 17th. As for Juventus de Cayes, they'll be playing against Weymouth, Wales on September 18th. Juventus de Cayes, the present champions of the Haitian National Football League, but they're also on top of the league. After three appearances, they have 7 points. 1 point ahead of Violette FC. Founded back in 2006, the Haitian club 19 years ago, making their Concacaf Caribbean Cup debut. McCleary, suppose from Reed, pops back out to the last man you wanted to, Watson. He can't control it. Sede. The Haitian number 10, unimpressed. Mackenzie switching. Forbes. Watson. On his left foot, thought about it. Couldn't find Reuters in the alley. See, they dispossess Watson. Dangerous times for Cavalier, for Juventus. Sylvain finds Sede. Gabriel. Gets it back. And a drive ends up in the back of the stands in Sabina Park. Well, Coach Jean has a tall task ahead of him, playing against teams the best or the cream of the crop in the Caribbean. There are no easy matches. On the back of the head of McCleary. It's going to be a free kick for Cavalier FC. McCleary won the penalty in the first half, and that was Charles, the left back, just taking a ride on McCleary's back. So once the dust has settled, it'll be another free kick for Cavalier FC. Whipped in by Mackenzie. Forbes flicks it on. Well, this competition, this is the third edition. In 2023, Robin Hood FC from Suriname were the winners. Cavalier FC in 2024, the reigning champs, on the field now. Mocha FC from Dominican Republic made the semi-finals in both 2023 and 2024. Had a very poor start to 2025. That 2-0 loss to Mount Pleasant yesterday evening. Here's Reed. Deira. Thumping ball by White, looking for McCleary. Falls kindly for Mackenzie. Mackenzie just playing a little bit deeper now as McCleary pushes up on that right-hand side. Stein can't keep possession. Bonbon tangling, and Watson wins the free kick. Here's that entanglement, number 4 and number 4 crime. See, they just came in through the back just to make sure that Watson couldn't continue on. So Mackenzie, who had a terrific free kick in the end of the first half. Different angle, of course, for the right footer compared to the first half. But he may call Victor into another save. He's full of confidence at the moment. The number 12, hands on hips. Mackenzie just drifts this one in. Out by Fede. Gillo comes all the way back, the big centre forward. And the captain Leng making sure the ball did not progress. Beautiful dribble by Sylvain. Underhit pass allows Reiters, and very uncharacteristic for the Cavalier number 10. He is such a gifted player. He has created chances for Stein, for clear-cut chances, and couldn't maintain possession then. Seide, a thumping drive. Just going back to Jamilo Reiters, the number 10 for Cavalier FC. 25-year-old Surinamese. In his very first match for Suriname, scored on his debut against Barbados. And then his second match, he scored 2 goals against Guyana in 2022. Here's that challenge on McCleary, who's really taking it from Gabriel. Rather, it's Charles. Well, the subs are up for Juventus de Cayes. Didn't have any subs last week, just one sub rather. Now they have 5 players off the bench. What a luxury. Mackenzie again with the dead ball. Headed out by Fede again. Seide trying to get around Mackenzie. Leng trying to go back, underhit pass. Gillo can't get on the end of it. Forbes. Spread out wide. Lofted into the box, headed out by Fede again. Out by Claude. Reiters gets it back. The ball is drawn to him, the number 10. Early cross, and a mishitted cross. And for a second or two, Victor was backpedaling. That's Suquinho Deida from Suriname. He's 23 years old. Became the youngest ever national player for Suriname at 16 years old. Fede switching sides. Gabriel, 56 minutes gone. Shamar Watson in the 18th minute, a pile driver to give Cavalier FC a 1-0 lead here in Sabina Park. Free kick, this time going to the visitors. And the tall target man wins a free kick. Sylvain leaves it for Seyde.
Then you watch it. Hey, they're coming at the box.
Five blue shirts hovering just above the penalty spot. Doesn't get any of them. Reiters trying to unleash Stein.
Press him, man, press him.
Asking for the press, and Stein just drifts past two. Beautifully done. And Mackenzie somehow eludes a yellow card. Claude, the captain for Juventus, comes across to plead with the referee. You can understand why. Look at the skill by Seyde. And that is a yellow card every day of the week in any competition. And somehow Mackenzie gets out of trouble. A missed kick by Seyde, and White is in no rush. Booming clearance by White. Ainsworth is shrugged off. Well, this incredible competition started August 19th last week. Top of the box for Mackenzie. And he wins a free kick. Referee Harvey having a long discussion now with Claude, the captain for Juventus. It looked like the Haitian outfit got all ball. Mackenzie still trying to recover. Here's that challenge. And it sounded loud because the ball was hit against Mackenzie. But now the youngster has another chance to try and score from a free kick. Victor trying to get the best possible angle to line up his wall. Mackenzie, can he get it up and over the wall? Not much distance to work with. Or will he go for power? Mackenzie went for power. Couldn't find the placement. Substitutions to be made. And is it the last kick for the number 12? The number 9, Stein, who hit the post in the first half, coming off. Shaquille Stein didn't get the start against the Dominican Republic. And now Mackenzie makes his way off the field as well. So Chad James will check in. James, a midfielder. And checking in for Cavalier, Juventus de Cayes. And Dwayne Allen makes his way in as well, the talented midfielder for Juventus, number 11. Sinvilcat has checked in, and looks like the captain Claude may be making his way out. Here's Fede, given away. So Sinvilcat, the substitute, coming in for Filippo. And Claude did come off, and Olivier came in. So fresh legs in the middle of the park, as Olivier
First Cavalier,
more of a
number
defensive
9,
midfielder.
Stein, was replaced by number 9.
So 2 substitutions apiece. And also the number 6,
By number 12,
Elston.
Mackenzie. He was replaced by number
So
16.
Elston,
By number
with the
13,
fantastic hair,
Allen.
will play in midfield for Juventus.
Those substitutions were completed in the 61st minute.
Ainsworth,
While for the Juventus team, player number 4,
intercepted,
Bob was replaced.
played inside. Here's the first touch for
number
Olivier.
11, Diet
Sade.
in the car.
Here is Charles.
Also coming out was
Despite Cavalier's dominance, it is still a 1-0 game.
Filippo. He was replaced by number 6,
And a shot from way outside, and it's into the arms of White.
Elliston, and completed the substitution list, number 70 for the Juventus team, Mackenzie Claude. He was replaced by number 11. By number 21, John
Gabriel.
Oliver. Substitution was completed in the 62nd minute.
Sade. Clipped over the top, not far off Sylvie Cat. Well, it looks like there's been a wardrobe malfunction. Number 19, Chad James, literally has had his shirt ripped in two. He can't believe it. And he's just showing the officials how on earth has you allowed this to happen. So Chad James is now on the sideline. They're going to have to find an extra shirt for him. White is going to try to clear this as far from his goal as possible. Allen can't keep it in. The 23-year-old creative midfielder, Dwayne Allen, taking the throw. Forbes just clipped inside. Reed, whose penalty that he missed seemed to be ages ago, saved by Victor. And Sade just frustrated with the call. So the set piece taker Mackenzie is now off the field. We'll be interested to see. Look at Chad James has tied it in a bow and has now tucked it in. Anything will do. Here's Sade coming in from the behind from Reed. It was Fede, the one getting a handful of James's shirt. There is Reiters. He's played 7 years for Robin Hood FC in Suriname. This is his first year. Up and over the wall. And guess who's there? Victor for his second save from a free kick tonight. The talented number 10 can do it all. Can create. Dead ball specialist. And the tall Victor has picked up an injury. Well, he's vocal, he's emotional, and he's ready to get back to his post. Ainsworth again, looking to provide an in-swinger. Will there be 2 more changes for Cavalier FC? As White is going to get some medical attention. Chad James getting back on the pitch, and his number 19 has been extinguished. He has no number, but he has a new shirt. And with the number 19 on his pants, that will have to do. Coach Speed. So a black marker is being requested. So some artistry is going to be displayed on the sidelines. Here's that free kick up and over the wall, and Victor did well to get down. He has a penalty stop under his belt, Victor. Now a free kick save to go along with it. Now we can see it, number 19, Chad James. Out by Juventus. Watson. Fede skipping past the tackle. .68 minutes gone. Cavalier FC 1, Juventus de Cayes 0. Out by Deira. McCleary wins the free kick.
Once him on there, do not come. And don't call, tell him to head. And you cover.
Referee Harvey has had a busy night tonight. A penalty in the first half. And has had to keep these players in check since then. Writers. Heading towards that corner flag. McCleary in support. Gets past Charles beautifully. Still Writers. And Cede. And this may be a yellow card. It is. Zuguinho Deira gets the second yellow card for Cavalier FC to go along with Shamar Watson. Impossible to stay in front of Cede with open space behind you. And the clever number 10 just drifts past the centre-back. And the ceremonies is now in the book. First touch for Elistan, couldn't control it.
Ladies and gentlemen, yellow card issued to Cavaliers number 3,
Elistan.
Engineer Deria, in the 70th minute.
Gabriel's cross. And Sylvain Kat's shot. 20 minutes to go. Juventus just down a goal. Haven't created many big chances as compared to Cavalier FC. The goal count was 10-5 at the end of the first half. That goal count is continuing to rack up as we speak in favour of Cavalier FC. Well, Cavalier FC, Jamaica Premier League champions on 4 separate occasions: 81, 2021, 2024, 2025. Mount Pleasant winning it in 2023. Sylvain laying, reads it like a book. They were also runners-up in the league in 76, 77, 80, and 23 to Mount Pleasant. Oh, and the last touch may have come off a Fede. It does not. Goal kick. Well, this Cavalier FC team boasts a supreme recruiting and development academy. Here's Guillot trying to get past 3 white shirts. Falls kindly for Olivier. Gabriel with time. Early ball in, out by Lang. Oliveira's then, those long legs, and protection from Deira. Oliveira tries to clip it inside. This incredible youth system that Cavalier FC have in the Jamaica senior team right at this moment. Siobhan Marsh, Alex Marshall, Kahim Parry, Jamoy Topi, and Jadine White, the goalkeeper for them tonight. All have played or played in the past for the Jamaican national team. And the Jamaican U23 team, Alex Marshall, Nicky Daly, Jamoy Topi again, Sheldon McCoy, coming from this incredible academy that Cavalier FC seems to maintain year in and year out. James goes down. Sade. Sylvain. Stay with him, the cries. Elistin gets it back. Player for Cavalier FC is down on the far side. But they're so desperate to get a goal back, they're going to continue on. Fede. Elistin, and finally referee Harvey calls attention, medical attention. It is Sarafin, the number 14, the centre-back, suffering from cramp. At kickoff, it was 84 degrees at 8 p.m. local time. Just about 15 minutes to go in this match. And Cavalier FC, the reigning champions in this tournament, shall we say, nursing a 1-0 lead. Smiles in the stands. They're on their way to 3 points. In 1971, this rich club, Cavalier FC, hosted an invitational mid-season tournament. Here's that injury. Oh, we could see the twist of the left knee from Sarafin. And he's hopefully back on his feet. Sade switching sides. Olivier. Shamar Watson goal still separates these two. Elistin. Well, Cavalier FC in 1971 hosted a triangular tournament in Kingston, inviting Chelsea and Brazilian club Santos. Cavalier faced Santos in the late legendary forward Pele was at the National Stadium in front of a sold-out crowd of 30,000 spectators. Sade, long touch, goes down. Free kick for Juventus. He's asking for a penalty. It has to be at least on the line. And referee Harvey has given a yellow card to another Cavalier FC player. Here's that long touch. And it was McCleary, who won a penalty in the first half, has now been spared a penalty in the second. It is away from the line, so it's not a penalty. But more importantly for Juventus, they have a free kick on just about 20 yards out.
Ladies and gentlemen, yellow card issued to Cavaliers number 27, Jerome McCleary, in the 76th minute.
It is Edison Elistin. He's a substitute. He's walking away from the ball. Well, we hope somebody's going to take the free kick. It's a 4-player wall. And it's going to be the number 10, Seide.
Alert, everybody, alert! Dali, alert!
Four-man wall. Trying to test White. And he does just that, and it's in! Juventus, the Cayes have equalized. And look what it means. Their star-studded number 10, Patterson Seide, is now taking pictures of the rest of his team. They've hung around, and now Shamar Watson's emphatic strike has been cancelled. White has been beaten. A superb free kick up and over the wall, hits the crossbar, goes in. And the visitors have tied things up in Sabina Park. Cavalier FC 1, Juventus de Cayes 1. You can never nurse a one-goal game, a 1-0 lead, and the Haitians have proven that point again tonight. With 13 minutes left on the clock, they may get their first points. And Coach Speed goes to his bench. Centre forward Shaquille Steen comes off. And number 20, Jamoy Dennis comes in. Fresh legs up top. Adrian Reed comes off in centre midfield.
Number 10, Patterson Salim. Goal coming in the
incoming as well. Number 5, Deshaun Talbot checks in as well. It's going to be a throw-in. Dwayne Allen on this right-hand side. Long throw. Helped on.
Substitution, ladies and gentlemen, for the Cavalier team. Player number 3.
Can't get out of their own half. Olivier. Gabriel.
He was replaced by number
on to the right of Sylvia Cut.
Dennis.
Cat goes outside. Gabriel lofted to the last post over Gillot. Seide looking for a winner. McCleary can't clear it, and it's going to be a corner kick for Juventus de Cayes, and the minutes and the miles are starting to take its toll on Seide, the number 10. Well, after scoring a superb free kick, I'm not sure if he has the legs to deliver a corner. A change, number 7, Onesan Durante, the only substitute last week in Trinidad and Tobago, with only 13 players at their disposal. He's going to make another appearance tonight. Durant comes in for the centre forward, Gillot. Seide's cross out by Cavalier. Gabriel. Oh, and it's not too far. They took their eyes off the right back, and he almost reminded them.
Substitution for the Juventus team in the 80th minute. So player number 15, Patterson Gillot, being replaced by player number 7.
Free kick for the home team.
Durante.
And that is the centre forward, Jamoy Dennis, 17 years old. And there's Talbot. Lofted ball. Alien coming all the way back to a defensive posture. Sylvian cut. Can't get the better of Alien. Watson. And an emphatic effort from the number 9, Sylvain. 8.5 minutes remaining in regular time. We have a thriller in Sabina Park. Cavalier FC taking the lead in the 18th minute, dominating proceedings, with Juventus de Cayes, the Haitians, embodying what their country experiences, resilient to the end. Player goes down. Referee Harvey waves play on. Victor, the captain, sprays it out wide. Seide Sylvian cut, fresh legs. Trying to find Durant. Watson. Dennis, 17 years old. Writers, the ceremonies. And a touch foul on this near side. And fatigue now, hamstrings, cramps setting in. It's Fede, the experienced centre-back. Dropped like a sack of potatoes. And slowly gets back to his feet. But because the medical staff had to come on, Fede has to go to the sidelines. This was the foul. Referee Harvey has called this game very tightly for both teams. The left-footed Writers trying to regain the lead. Kept in play acrobatically. The Haitians back on top of in the 18-yard box. In a low block, Forbes helped on, and Victor acrobatically plucks it out of the air. Now the skipper sprays it out wide again. Sade, the goal scorer, can't keep it in control. Tired legs, equal mistakes.
Attendance for tonight's Concacaf Caribbean Cup game.
Looking inside,
Cavalier,
free kick again.
And Juventus, the Cayes.
And it's Lang, the captain, the centre-back, coming all the way up now for Cavalier FC, as Writers wins another free kick for the home side. After Juventus clawed their way back in this game from a free kick from their number 10, the Jamaican, and the Haitians coming on to look on to see how this game is going to end, with 5.5 minutes remaining in regular time. The visitors clawing their way back into this match. Lofted to the last post. Forbes' header. A missed kick by Sarfin. Free kick now for Juventus. Gabriel. There's his scorers, Watson and Sade, 18th and 77th. And now a little bit of wind in their sails is Haiti. It's Juventus de Cayes. Sylvian cut, stopped by McCleary.
What's the mark here?
Sade.
Press him now.
Switching sides, looking for Gabriel. One-time pass. And getting the better to the byline, a chance! An important block coming from Forbes. It was the number 2, Paul Arthur Delforce, getting to the byline and almost creating something for Cav. Now Juventus bring in another substitute, is Luis checking in. Corner kick, floated.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution there.
Allen's header. Dennis, the one touch, Writers. Back to Dennis, the 17-year-old. And Sade coming all the way back, actually in Sarfin, to pick up his defensive responsibilities. Fede. 2 players down. Substitute Dennis is clutching his head, which means immediate medical attention. And Sarafin, who's been playing all 86 minutes so far, has picked up a cramp. Sarafin on a yellow card from the first half. And Coach Speed, who thought he was going to lock up his first 3 points. Not so fast, my friend, as they would say. And the fans enjoying some herbs in the crowd, just to make life just a little bit easier as a Cavalier FC fan. Taken quickly out by Sarafin. Headed back in. James is there. Sarafin again, who's been a pillar in the last 5 minutes in the middle of defense. Free kick for Cavalier. Juventus can't believe it, and it's Watson, the goal scorer. Less than 2 minutes to go in regular time. How much time to be added? Only the fourth official, Sanchez Bass, will know. Lang just clips it forward. Headed up by Sarafin. Bicycle kick. White shirt starting to pile forward into the 18-yard box. Cavalier FC desperate to get all 3 points at home. The defending champions, could they be held to just a point? Juventus de Cayes have done everything an underdog should do. Held on for dear life. And it's Alain's long ball. A shove in the back to Dennis. Headed out. Charles can't squeeze it through. Reiters comes from deep. James gets it better of Fede. Still James. And it's at the top of the box, and it's been robbed by Olivier. Elistine. Beautiful switch of play to Seide. Gorgeous ball. Still Seide. Stay with him, the cries to Talbot. Gabriel's cross. Out by Lang. Charles coming closer from that left back position. Referee calls for a free kick. 15 seconds remaining in regular time. Juventus, can they steal it at the end? And guess who's behind the ball, full of confidence? Is he going to try to test White? It's 40 yards out. 4 minutes to be added. An eternity in Sabina Park. Seide leaves it for Elstine. Seide again. Has a shot! What a save by White. But what an effort from this man. Trying to replicate his free kick from 13 minutes ago. An absolute scud from the depths of Sabina Park. 1-1, the score remains. Elstine's cross to the back post. Sarafin can't find the header. Hainsworth. Throw in for Cavalier. Taken quickly, Forbes. Floated to this near side. Given away midfield. Chipped into the box, Victor comes out. And a commanding punch by the Haitian #1. Free kick for Juventus, taken quickly. Seide, he's everywhere. Sylvian cut. Gets another free kick. Do they take it quickly? Watch the run as he cries. Elstein. Sadie, the number 10, calls him off. He's full of confidence at the moment. Elstein. Gabriel. Tries a left-footed drive. That was out by Talbot. Oise gives it away. Allen. Reiters. And Dennis goes down. He's back on his feet. But Reiters, his ceremonies, can take them all on. Reiters into the box now. Still Reiters. Hooks it back. James. Under duress of Charles, the tackle. Corner kick, the call. And the number 19 marked on his back from a black pen marker because his shirt was ripped in two within 5 minutes of him being on the field. Tells his story tonight. Emotional, physical intensity. A Concacaf Classic in Sabina Park. Ainsworth, can they regain the lead right at the end? A minute to go in injury time. 7 white shirts to the last post. And Forbes gets a piece of it and it harmlessly goes out of play. And Juventus, I think, will take their time and let the seconds run out to ensure a point on the road. Gabriel. Luisa. Intercepted. One last chance for Cavalier. Is James offside? Victor. 4 minutes is up of injury time. All eyes on referee Harvey. And that is the end. The final whistle. 90 minutes in the books in Group B. Cavalier FC 1, Juventus de Cayes 1. A thriller in Sabina Park. Siobhan Watson's incredible strike in the 18th minute started us off, and inside his clever free kick in the 77th tied things up to get the visitors a point on the road. Disappointment for the home team, Cavalier FC, but resilience and intensity from the Haitians of Juventus de Cayes. Sabina Park has seen another thriller. This one finishes 1-1 at the end of 90 minutes. They share the spoils. Both teams end up with a point after 2 matches in Group B. When we come back, we'll have interviews, highlights and statistics.
The Quintius and Visa. Visit Sony. Once again, thank you for coming to the Concacaf Caribbean Cup match here at Sabina Park. Once again, have a safe journey home. Good night.
With Peterson Sied of Juventus de Cayes. What do you think about the match? Qu'est-ce que tu penses de le match aujourd'hui?
Bon, pour le match jeudi, c'est un bel match. L'équipe est supposée faire victoire. Quand même, nous racheter le match là. C'est nous allons pour nous monter maintenant dans le 3e match.
Yeah, you said it was a good match and you got a point. Quel est l'objectif pour la Coupe de Caraïbes?
Bon, l'objectif là, c'est parmi les premières équipes à prendre. Parce que nous ne venons pas là pour l'autre place, que c'est premier ou bien deuxième. Si deuxième nous venons à prendre ou bien première.
Merci beaucoup pour votre temps.
Merci un pile de me remercier.
Well, you heard from his star man, the number 10 Said, who clawed his team right back into this match with an incredible free kick. and a thorough, fantastic performance in the middle of the park. He was the beacon of light for Juventus throughout the match, and fitting that he was the one.
We're joining with Jadine White of Cavalier. Jadine, your thoughts on the performance today?
I think we just never took our chances, and then we gave up a silly free kick on the edge of the box, which, you know, it would be a penalty for them with quality players. So that sums it up.
A point on the board, 2 more games in the group, still something to fight for.
Yeah, it's never over till the fat lady sings, they say. So you just have to hold our heads up and know that the next 2 games we have to go and get maximum points.
Thank you. All the best.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it from Jamaican international keeper Jadine White, who conceded from that free kick from Said, the number 10 for Juventus de Cayes. Well, in Sabina Park, we saw a thriller, a point each for both Cavalier FC and Juventus de Cayes. But the home team, after 2 matches, the defending champions of this tournament, with just 1 point after 2 matches, they'll be looking up to the rest of the group. Sabao FC setting the pace in Group B. When we come back, we'll have full-time highlights. So in Sabina Park, Cavalier FC, the reigning champions, holding off Juventus de Cayes in the opening minutes. A cross coming in, and it was Forbes' header denying the Haitians. Then a ball played in over the top, right as the ceremonies goes off Salafin. It was Hainsworth overlapper, cross to the back post, and it was Stein getting it better. First real chance for the home team, and Victor called into action. Then McCleary from the throw-in gets past Victor, brought down, and a penalty for Cavalier FC. Victor, second to the race, concedes, and Reed, his penalty saved by Victor to keep the score at 0-0. Excellent save by the Haitian. And Speed, the Cavalier FC coach, frustrated yet again. Ainsworth, his cross, and Speed's frustration wouldn't have to wait long. Siobhan Watson with a scud from 30 yards out to give Cavalier FC a 1-0 lead, and breaking the duck for 2 matches before this without scoring. Finally get a goal on the board, and emphatic fashion from the midfielder. Watson, Cavalier FC 1. Juventus de Cayes 0. Then Ainsworth finding Reiters, who lays it off for Stein, hits the post, and then Ainsworth, Stein getting it back from Reiters towards the near post, just inches wide. Cavalier FC pouring it on. Then Mackenzie's free kick, calling Victor into action. The shot count continues to mount on Victor's goal. Then Reiters in the second half, calling Victor into the save again to keep the score at 1-0. Then Said's free kick ties this game up at 1 in the 77th minute as Juventus find the equalizer through their number 10. Up and over the wall, no chance for White. It clips the crossbar. And this score is deadlocked at 1. Photos for everyone in Sabina Park. Then, side again, from way out, saved by White, as Juventus almost stole it at the end.
Hey, hey, hey.
19 minutes in the books, and the spoils were shared. So a thriller in Sabina Park sees Cavalier FC and Juventus de Cayes tied at 1-1. 16 shots apiece, an absolute Concacaf classic. 6 of them both on target. When we look at possession, 58-42, pretty even, but these two teams went for it and they shared the spoils. Now, 2 games in the books, and the reigning champs only have 1 point. They have 2 games remaining. Can they dig themselves out of the hole as Cavalier FC tries to find their way back? As for Juventus, resilient to the end, just like their country of Haiti. Well, Ryan Davis on the broadcast saying, "Side, thank you very much for joining us from all the broadcast crew. We're saying goodbye from Sabina Park, and thank you very much. We're signing off. Good night."
You just say the left man, you turn your back. You touch the ball,